Did you know that burning the wrong type of wood could be hazardous to you, your family, your pets, your home, and even your wallet? It's not just about getting warm. In this video, we're digging into the 7 types of wood you should never burn indoors, and several we don't even recommend burning outside. We'll give you all of the whys and the why nots, and at the end of this video, we'll have links to some of our earlier episodes related to this topic. Stick around to learn why some woods are a no-go and how to stay safe while keeping your home cozy. Welcome to American Outdoors. So number 1 on our list, and I should mention that these are in no particular order, is rotten moldy wood. Rotten wood has less density and doesn't produce nearly as much heat compared to properly seasoned wood. If it feels heavy, it's because it is laden with water. The mold and fungus that grows on decaying wood can create toxic fumes when burned and release spores into the air, which can cause headaches, dizziness, and aggravate respiratory issues or allergies. Who is most at risk? Well, children, the elderly, those who have compromised immune systems or suffer from asthma and COPD. The higher moisture content that old wood contains means that it tends to smolder, emitting a high amount of particulates and hastening creosote buildup in your chimney. It also crumbles easily and is a mess indoors. Rotten wood is better left for the bugs. Number 2 on our list is wood pulp. Wood pulp can be defined as small items such as cardboard, wrapping paper, magazines, packaging, and shipping materials. It is also found in products like MDF, known as medium-density fiberboard, and in engineered wood. Burning this stuff releases high levels of smoke and soot. They float long-lasting embers into the air, where they can ignite the creosote in your chimney as well as your roof on fire. Products such as wood pulp are made with adhesives, bleaches, chlorine, and other chemicals that release toxic fumes when burned, such as dioxins and formaldehyde. Beyond the obvious health risk, it's air pollution. An exception to using pulp products is a small twist of newspapers for a fire starter. Number 3 is poisonous wood. Certain trees and plants in the United States are toxic due to the harmful chemicals released in the smoke. These include poison ivy, poison oak, and poison sumac. When burned, these plants release urushiol, an oil that can cause severe respiratory irritation and swelling, closing airways. Severe eye irritation and skin rashes can also occur. Burning outdoors and even a breeze can affect those who may be standing nearby. The vines can climb and wrap around nearby trees using aerial rootlets to attach themselves to bark. Burning firewood with even the dead vines still attached to the bark can be very hazardous. There are also several trees known for their high toxicity and should never be used as firewood. One is the oleander. Found in southern and western parts of the U.S., every part of this tree is highly toxic, releasing dangerous fumes when burned. 2 other trees found in Florida are the manchineel tree, which produces acidic sap that can cause severe burns, and the poisonwood or hogwood tree. Burning either wood releases smoke that can harm the eyes and lungs. The poisonwood tree is from the same family as poison sumac and poison oak. We'll also add ocean driftwood to this list. Salt and driftwood contains sodium chloride, which can release corrosive compounds like hydrogen chloride and chlorine gas when burned. These substances can damage the metal components of wood stoves, chimneys, or flue systems, leading to accelerated wear and potential failure of heating equipment. Number 4 might bring a little pushback, but pallets made our list, and here is why. Pallet wood has its positives in that it is usually made from either pine or oak and is known to burn hot, and some pallets are heat-treated, a process that eliminates any insects, eggs, or microorganisms within the wood. But using them as a heat source can be rather risky. Pallets often contain nails or staples that, when burned, can damage your stove, clog ash cleanouts, and pose safety hazards during disposal. And for those who use wood ash around their gardens and other household purposes, that can be a deal killer. Now, while some pallets are heat-treated, others are infused with chemicals such as methyl bromide, which will produce toxic fumes when the pallet is burned. And pallets are often used and reused in different environments, exposing them to industrial chemicals, oils, or pesticides during use. How quickly agents such as methyl bromide and other industrial chemicals dissipate or remain over time is not certain. Number 5 is something many of us haven't even considered, but over the past several decades has proven to be a vital issue that impacts native-grown trees. We're talking about the risks of buying non-locally grown wood. Concerns about buying non-local firewood in the United States emerged significantly in the early 2000s as awareness grew regarding the spread of invasive pests and diseases. A few examples, like the emerald ash borer and the Asian longhorn beetle, have devastated entire forests. The first known infestation of the ash borer occurred in Michigan. From there, it spread rapidly across many states due to the movement of infested firewood, logs, and nursery stock. So how does the average person end up with firewood that came from outside their general area? Well, bringing home leftover firewood from a vacation or camping trip is one way, or by transporting firewood when relocating from one area to another, or buying wood from a roadside seller or from unknown online sellers. In these cases, we all benefit when you leave that firewood behind, buy from known local sellers, or just cut your own. Besides the insects mentioned earlier, the old spotted oak borer and gypsy moth are also serious invasive threats, as well as fungal diseases like oak wilt and sudden oak death. Many states and national parks now have restrictions or outright bans on transporting out-of-area firewood. When it comes to heating your home with wood, buy local and burn local. Moving on to number 6, we'll discuss the different types of treated wood. Often used in outdoor construction, such as decks and fences, pressure-treated wood is infused with preservatives to resist rot and insects. Many people aren't aware that older pressure-treated wood manufactured before 2003 often contains chromated copper arsenate, which releases arsenic and other toxic chemicals when burned. Wood treated later contains alkaline copper quaternary, which is still considered hazardous to burn. We're also including wood, both interior and exterior, that has been sealed, stained, or painted, and while no longer as common, wood coated with lead-based paints. The long list of symptoms associated with burning materials such as this range from headaches, dizziness, nausea, irritated eyes, coughing, and wheezing to long-term issues such as neurological damage and cancer. Now, the last on our list could very well have been the first if we were numbering them in order of frequency. I'm talking about burning green wood. So it's late in the year and you just got around to cutting some firewood. It is full of moisture, which makes it extremely difficult to light and even harder to maintain a consistent fire. Plus, it smokes like crazy. At this point, you are better off just cracking open the wallet and paying for seasoned wood. Note the water boiling out of this piece of firewood. Often you will be able to hear it sizzling. Freshly cut wood can have a moisture content of up to 60%, making it inefficient to burn. Much of the fire's energy is spent evaporating water, which turns into steam, creating excessive smoke, particulates, and creosote while reducing heat output and wasting fuel. A low-temperature fire is a poor drafting fire that can lead to backdrafting, which causes your house to fill with smoke from the stove or fireplace. Properly seasoned firewood should have a moisture content of no more than 20%. So depending on the type of wood, when it was cut, and how it is stored, it can take up to a year or more to fully season wood for use in your stove. And on the whole, it would be cheaper to just purchase seasoned firewood in the middle of winter than to burn wood that will smoke excessively, stink, heat poorly, and potentially clog your chimney. We'll link to some of our past videos at the end of this episode that dig deeper into all things firewood, wood stoves, and fireplaces. Be sure and post your comments and questions below. You can also check us out on X, Facebook, and Pinterest. From all of us here at American Outdoors, thanks for watching.